last week.
Farming is hard, they said. Rearing chicken is hard, they said. Well,
it is true the chicken eat, but they eat and they will generate what they eat. Poultry is really a very good and reliable business. It's a cash cow, actually.
It is.
All my children can work here.
And
I can afford to pay them 5 million shillings per month.
We are still on that mission to get you the farmers that are inspiring. And when I say inspiring, I mean inspiring, especially when we are in Zimbabwe. It keeps calling us, doesn't it? Well, they have discovered gold in the seed here and will keep coming back until there is no more to profile. Today, we are looking at quite an interesting crop, sweet potatoes. Not many will give it so much interest, but you know, as the name suggests, it's sweet potatoes. With us is an exceptional man with so much knowledge on the crop, Mr. Secheo Henry. This is an interesting crop, and you are going to tell me why you went for sweet potatoes.
Yes, please.
Now we're going to look at potato production all the way from the garden to the plate, and not just the plate. There is a lot more that can be done with sweet potatoes. That's why I told you it's going to be an exciting episode, and I cannot wait to learn so much about it.
Oh yeah, sweet potato, it's a miracle crop. So sweet potato can grow anywhere. And sweet potato is not supposed to be having some fertilizers. Once you put on fertilizers, sweet potato will become more vegetative. Then down you will have nothing.
Oh really?
It can be consumed as food.
Yeah.
It can be taken as like crunches. It's not only for eating, because even like these vines, you can process them for silage. I'm so delighted to host you guys.
Yeah.
My name is Secheo Henry. I'm a sweet potato. Professionally, I'm a sweet potato breeder. With farmers, I act as an agronomist.
Yeah.
And I'm a farmer too. So I'm a 3-1. And I love sweet potato than anything. That's why I love sweet potato. Sweet potato, it's a miracle crop.
Yeah.
Some countries, they take it as gold.
Really?
Yeah, you go like in Japan. They call it a miracle crop.
Yeah.
How? Like after the Second World War,
yeah,
sweet potato, there were nothing like any other crop to be grown because of the harsh conditions.
Yeah.
The weather was not all that conducive, but sweet potato could sustain the population. So one general, who was a CDF in Japan, he commanded each and every family to have at least 1 acre of sweet potato. So everybody, sweet potato there is taken as gold. So coming back to Uganda, I'm a farmer. I deal with farmers. By the way, I go as far as East Africa and even Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, because initially I was working with the International Potato Center. That's a board that governs sweet potato breeding in the world, based in Lima, South America. But here I deal with farmers. I want to sensitize more about what is sweet potato and the good things that are within impact within sweet potato.
Yeah.
So sweet potato as a crop, it can be consumed as food.
Yeah.
It can be taken as like crunches.
Yeah.
It can be done as an ingredient for different stuffs, as doing the value addition, as we will be seeing on our show. The viewers, they will see. And sweet potato, more to that, there is food biofortification. What do I mean? With food biofortification, we add some value nutrients that are needed onto the population or to our consumers. That's vitamin A. By the worldwide, we have over 30 million varieties of sweet potato.
Really?
Every country has each its own variety. And even we do have land races. Surprisingly, each and every district has its own variety. Like we find like in Uganda we have Dimbuka, Bukulula, we have New Kawogo. You go to Kabale, there is Mukaza and Rife. Then there is Rubber Furuchi in Kabale. Then there is Osukuti. That's Soroti.
In Teso, yes.
In
That's
in
good
Teso.
superlative.
So name them. So you go to China, they have Shangyu. Shangyu, there's a variety.
Yeah.
So different countries and different localities, they have different varieties. We are grouped amongst the best growers of sweet potato, or the world producers of sweet potato worldwide. Because I think as per moment we are the third.
Yeah.
Then there is China, then there is Indonesia, then there is Uganda. But initially we used to be the second after China.
Yeah.
On the world market.
What happened?
I want to come up with a niche of orange fresh sweet potato. I love orange sweet potato, for orange fresh sweet potato. Other people, they know it as chipapari. In Central, they call it chipapari. That orange stuff. Orange stuff, that's orange color. There is beta carotene. That's a content, like it's a raw material in the manufacture of vitamin A in crops. You'll find in orange stuffs. You'll find it in purples. You'll find it in sweet potato. You'll find in carrots. Yeah. So sweet potato is rich in vitamin A. So amongst African countries, preschool children, around 20%, they are suffering from vitamin A deficiency. That's malnutrition. So we came up with this orange fresh sweet potato. Once you take just a piece that is equaling to 125 grams of sweet potato, that's enough to combat vitamin A deficiency in your family. So I think there should come maybe an urge amongst our people that every family, I think, should come up with at least an acre of orange sweet potato, fresh sweet potato, because it's not only for eating. Because even like these ones, these vines, you can process them for silage for your animals. You can get vegetables from here, as you'll be seeing, because we have value addition packaging that is on the way. In this show, you will find some of the stuffs that will be explained how they are done and how we bring them up.
Okay, if I may ask, on your farm, what varieties do you have? You probably have the orange sweet potato. What other varieties do you have on your farm?
So we have white, cream. There is orange. There is deep orange. There is light. There is deep, and there is intermediate. Here we have Nasport 13, but in the lines of orange, you'll find there is narrow spot 7. There is a Nasport 13. You'll find Nasport 8. Then there is a new Dimbuka. Then there is a new Kawogo. Then there is those new Dimbuka is a cream variety. Then there is Nasport 11. It's a cream variety. Then there is Nasport 1. That's a cream variety, not orange. Then 7 is orange. Then 13 is orange. Then 8 is orange. 10, they call it Cabernet. And by the way, this orange color is liked by the kids, babies. Once you prepare orange and cream and your white, you'll find the orange is already done. So you remain with only cream and white.
Is it sweeter?
It is sweet.
Yeah.
It is sweet. And even like the products that have been derived from it, they are sweeter.
A lot bit,
They are sweeter. So they are liked, even if you don't have sugar.
So
it's a miracle. It's a golden stuff that is just hidden gold.
It is hidden gold, and we're here to unearth it. Now, if I may ask, many people out there, and I'm very sure a big percentage of Ugandans do not know how sweet potatoes come to be. They don't know. They don't understand why we heap it. How, what do we plant in there? Is
Yeah.
it a seed? Is it not a seed? What are we cutting? What are we planting? So if you could be so kind as to take us through that process.
All right, thank you. So sweet potato, it can be grown as along the ridges. You can do ridges if you have plows, or these are called mounds.
Yes.
Other people they call it amakomi. Other people they call it ebikata. Thank you. So these stuffs, once, because it's a storage crop,
Yeah.
so you just cut. You cut like 30 centimeters. Just your vine. This one called the vine.
Yeah.
However much, sweet potato has also some seeds. But seeds, they are meant for technicians
Yes.
in the labs, people who are in research, in breeding.
In breeding.
Once you bring it here, because like here, you find there are different capsules, there are 3. Each and every capsule here is a different and independent variety.
Really?
Yeah. Each and every capsule here, however much is from the same mom here. Once it's mature, because it has been randomly pollinated,
Yeah.
once it's planted there in soil, once it's planted, you can't come up with the same variety because it was just randomly pollinated. So each and every seed here is a different independent variety.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why we advise farmers to come up with these vines. So once you build like a vines, I thought of 1 feet, one foot. Those are 30 centimeters. Your vine should be. So you come, you bring your 3 or 4 vines. So what you do, you can use, because this soil is soft, you just put it on the other side, then therefore, and the mound, it depends on the variety. Some varieties, if the variety is a high yielding variety, the mound should be at least bigger. Yeah, it must be bigger in that to accommodate the roots, because they will be exposed, and when they are exposed, they become prone to weevils. These pests that are affecting even the rats and even the moles, which always move around the field. Each and every node here is viable of producing new roots. And which are roots? These roots, they are going to be our food, whereby we are doing agriculture as a business.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, each and every node, it will bring up some roots. Eventually, we'll be harvesting our sweet potato. Even as the same applies to ridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
So-
you just dig it deep, and that's it.
That's it, cover up.
We are going to take a very short commercial break. When we return, we have a lot more expertise coming our way, brought to us by Bukola Chemical Industries. We get to see more of the gardens. We are looking at approximately 6 acres of sweet potatoes. And did you know that you can actually get porridge, juice, and snacks from sweet potatoes? Well, stick around and find out. Do not forget to scan that QR code on your TV and, keep the conversation going. Hashtag NTV Seeds of Gold. Don't go away. Welcome back. We are glad that you're still watching. Mr. Henry has so much more to tell us, but hey, sometimes it is good to know how far we've gone with a venture, and we're going to find that out. So, Henry,
Yes, please.
to each their own. What would make matoke thrive is not necessarily what would make sweet potatoes thrive. So, what is some of the what are the best fertilizers for sweet potatoes? Which ones would you say would be best?
Thank you. Sweet potato. By the origin of sweet potato, the origin of sweet potato is from Amazon.
Yeah.
It was a wild crop. So sweet potato can grow anywhere.
Anywhere.
And sweet potato is not supposed to be having some fertilizers. Once you put on fertilizers, sweet potato will become more vegetative. Then down you will have nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I think you see beans, some people who deal with beans, they remove off those excessive leaves in order to give it,
Beans can
it can at least
thrive.
flower.
Yeah.
And there is a logic I always tell my farmers in different crops. There's flowering and food production of a plant. It's out of stress. That's why in the long dry spell, you find different crops, they do flower a lot and they lose all the leaves because they want to reduce on water loss, and then they bring out some flowers, a lot of flowers. Also on different fruit trees, so you need to give them light, you need to stress them. When they are in a comfort zone, like sweet potato, if you give it fertilizer, it will put on, you find this place all covered bushy, but down you'll find nothing. Because all the food has been diverted to the leaves. And they are it's as if you are growing for silage. For silage, guys, it's okay, you can use any fertilizer.
Because you want the leaves more.
In the leaves, yeah. You can boost the leaves, then you and there are some varieties, by the way, which are good for silage.
Yes.
Yeah, as you'll be saying. So sweet potato doesn't need a lot of fertilizer.
As long as you weed, use the right soil.
Right soil.
Watering is very essential. Yeah.
Watering, right season.
Yeah.
Right variety.
Which is
for
the
your
right
objective.
Season. Which is the right season for the sweet potato.
Yeah, which is the right season.
Yeah.
So long as there is rain, when rains come on,
you start.
You start off. Yeah, but you need to give like a week.
Yeah.
When there's that abundant rain, then you give it a rest, a week. Then the soils need at least to cool down.
Yeah.
Then you make your mounds or ridges. Then you plant.
You start planting.
After planting, what you will do? It goes on. There's nothing like for fertilizer. Then you need just to get clean planting materials and weeding on time. Because when you don't weed on time, like these ones, we left them here to show our farmers. These ones are not needed. We are going to remove them. Yeah, because you will find another field there when it is clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one they need to be eliminated because this one they harbor some pests there. You find caterpillars. You find those caterpillars. They will even bring some holes in here.
Yes.
Caterpillars and even the cycles of those weevils. They will be on our habitat there.
Yeah.
So you need to cut off the cycle, and the whole field should be at least clean to come up with a good product.
I see.
Why do we breed sweet potato? There are different hazards that come up in our sweet potato production worldwide. We face diseases, we face pests. This disease, it's called sweet potato viral disease. Sweet potato viral disease is affected. It's brought by a vector called white flies. They're white flies. They bring them, and even there are aphids. Those are pests. So why do we breed? We breed disease-resistant crops. We breed for high yielders. We breed for beta carotene content, that's vitamin A. We breed for these farmers, they need to do business, quick maturing varieties. We breed for shelf life, those which have a high shelf life after harvest, post-harvest handling. Some varieties, after harvesting, you can store them for 6 months, and they can take you through during the long dry spell. So we breed for color. Some people prefer color. Like there is a story I have, like in 20 Alibaba. Let me bring out Alibaba. Alibaba wanted to make a business with him. So in 2010, I just gave them a sample of orange sweet potato. They gave me an order of, I think, 40 tons per week. Till now, they are still emailing, but I can't mobilize people. But if some people, like organizations, come together and organize farmers are there just in need and they are ready. You find people, their products, they become deteriorated, but due to lack of knowledge and sensitization and market,
of course,
they give up. Yet the golden stuff is just there hanging. So Alibaba from 2010 is still emailing because the variety was wow. They wanted them to be supplied.
And they still want more.
Yeah.
They need to mobilize farmers because they are markets.
Yeah.
Some farmers, their biggest problem is we are going to plant.
Yeah.
Where are we going to get the market?
We're going to get the market. Yeah. Even sensitization. Our farmers, they lack knowledge.
That's true.
They lack knowledge. Because I've been with farmers for over 10 years. Yeah.
As an agronomist and a breeder.
As a breeder and an agronomist at the same time, and as a farmer.
Yeah. You mentioned the magic word,
Yeah.
post-harvest handling.
Yeah.
Now, sweet potatoes are not, they look easy to handle post-harvest, but they're actually not.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that farmers should do to ensure proper post-harvest handling? What are some of the practices?
From the start, like planting, you should plant clean planting materials, like these ones. These ones, they are affected by, this one is SPVD, it's called sweet potato viral disease. Once it's there, you see, it has spent 2 months in the soil, but nothing like a root. It has nothing like a root. And by three months, sweet potato is supposed at least to be having, you need at least to be getting a piecemeal using your stick. A piecemeal, meaning using your stick and getting for days meal.
For a day's meal.
But this one is, so far it is 2 plus some days, 2 plus some days, months. But still it doesn't have anything because it is diseased.
Yeah.
So you need to source clean planting materials from genuine suppliers. Farmers, what they do, takes us back to the other stuff, that they do lack sensitization. So they lack info. So once they get that info, they know, because they have spent a lot of money, injected a lot of money planting. Yet planting dead stuff, dead planting material. Once you come up with your cleaning planting material, you plant after, like in the due course, because we are targeting post-harvest handling. You need to come up with a clean planting material, free from pests, and free from diseases. Once it's planted, this on the other side of pests, you may ask why pests? Is there any effect of pests? Because those pests mostly they are weevils. Once you bring them, they will just go down in here in the soil. You brought it with some weevils on, or some eggs under incubation. You bring it, they will hatch from your mound, and after the root, the storage stuff has matured, they will directly affect your stuff. Now it takes us back if you are exporting.
And they check.
Those exporters, all those outside stakeholders, if you want to export, there are some stuff that they take into action. There is consistency and quality maintenance. You need to maintain quality. So you need to start from your planting material. Once your planting material is clean, you're sure, how do you weed your mound? You are not supposed to injure, because these are our varieties. They are high yielders, and they are big in size. So you need to take care wherever you are weeding. Because once you weed, not weeding carelessly, you will injure, yet affecting your end product.
Yeah.
Then from there, if it's clean, then after, let me go direct after it has matured. It has matured now. After like it's, if you are doing for business, those must be like around 6 years, around 6 months. Sorry, 6 months. What you need to do, you need to remove all the leaves. This one is for post-harvesting people. You need to remove all the leaves. In that you stress the root. That root, it will develop some wrinkles, or it will harden its outer coat. Once the outer coat it's hardened, even if somebody comes and wherever somebody is harvesting, it won't produce any bruise on its skin. I don't know whether I'm clear. It won't produce any bruise, because when it's in the it goes on the European market or outside, or even in our supermarkets, once you find any stuff is bruised, it has some bruises. Outside people, they think maybe it's diseased, it will be rejected. So your consignment, you'll find that has been cancelled because of seeing just one root having bruises. You must take care when you are harvesting, when you are having, maybe which tool are you using? Are you using a hoe? Are you using a pickaxe? What are you using? This in Sulu. Some people are using Sulu, but sometimes the soils are. And sweet potato, they do thrive in the loam soil, sandy loam, not in the stony. So if you are doing for business post-harvest handling, the root must be upright. They don't need crooked roots. Yeah. So after there, some people maybe will find sometimes when the market is not yet ready. So what we do, we always go forward. We make a hole. You can make a hole, then
in the garden,
anywhere, like a cleaning. It's a cleaner underground. Like these people who always burn charcoal, just or silage or do silage. So you just make hole, then you put your grasses, those stuff. Then you put your roots, which are not damaged, clean material.
Straight.
Yeah, you clean them, put them there. Then you put the grasses, then you cover up. It can remain there for 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it can take 6 months when it's under storage there.
You speak of sweet potatoes with so much passion.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. But what are some of the achievements that you have attained from sweet potatoes?
Sweet potato, first of all, I've got a number of friends from sweet potato, like you guys. I love NTV. I love you guys, and I've been seeing you all over.
Thank you.
Yeah. And whatever, because I do research all over Uganda, and even beyond. Some people call me from Kenya, TZ, Rwanda. But wherever I am trekking along Najembe, on my pickup, I always go with orange fresh sweet potato. I give those people, once they come with chicken, I give them vines. The same applies to higher people. And once I come, I tell them, you people, they know me as Seche Warumonde. Once I reach there, and many people, they know me as Seche Warumonde. So once I reach there, and I tell them, how far is my sweet potato? It's there. It's doing well. It's great. Bring other varieties. Bring more. And I feel really I've at least achieved something.
Yes.
Yeah. So from sweet potato, people, and once I love interacting with farmers, and people have achieved a number of stuff. Me too. My health, I'm good. I'm thriving. And even my farmers, they're not complaining.
They have enough vitamins.
They are not complaining. Sweet potato, they have grown sweet potato. I've said to them about sweet potato. Now they are selling their sweet potato, their products. You go to Nakawa, you find orange sweet potato. Go to Nakasero, you find orange sweet potato. Now it's coming up. Products, you go to supermarkets, you find orange sweet potato, flour.
Yeah.
So they are enjoying porridge, they are enjoying sweet potato roots, and people, they love it.
Well, that's a wonderful thing. Now, Henry, I would love to move around, see the farm a little bit more, and I am excited to learn more about the value addition.
All right.
Because it's an impeccable thing.
Yeah.
So when we...
Another thing,
Yeah.
the other time we were talking about, we were excited about post-harvest handling.
Yes.
And other people like in Karamoja and Soroti, there's another, they can chop sweet potato before going to the value addition. They chop the slices like cassava. They can even store it for 2 years. Slices, then they put them in sacks, they put in the storage.
They dry it before, no?
They dry. And when farming comes on, and when there is nothing like food, they bring it, immerse in water, overnight, then it's already good to go to produce.
Yes.
To what? To cook.
I have seen that before.
Yeah, that's it's called amokeke in Teso region.
In Teso, yes.
Then amaboya in the Busoga region. So that's a great.
It's amazing. Though I didn't know it could go up to 2 years. That is
it
impressive.
Can extend so long as the environment, the temperature is maintained.
It's not humid. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
it can
cool
extend.
and dry.
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice. Every day we learn something new, don't we? Well, let's go check out the value addition. Let's look at the garden. Let's get impressed, shall we?
Yep.
Stick around.
Like Nisha had explained about, if you harvest when you are not steadily, or when you are not smart in harvesting it, you will make some bruises, and this one is discouraged in export or in business. So if you are having like a consignment, and once they find that one that is having bruise like this, it will be rejected, or consignment will be rejected. So you need to make them when they are all whole and untouched or undamaged. So they need to be having only this one. A scar, it should be on top and around the bottom side. So there's nothing like any bruise. Any bruise, it calls for rejection. So farmers, they need to be advised on the post-harvest handling, in that to make business in sweet potato. But in sweet potato, there is business. If you want business, in sweet potato, there is business, and there is a high demand for sweet potato around town. For goats, or it can be added value to it, and it can be turned into silage for animals, mostly for goats, piggery, and cattle, and even chicken. They love it. Hence, nutritious, rich in iron and proteins.
So for how long can you maintain a field until you say, you know what, it's done, it's exhausted?
Yeah, it depends. There is what we call agroecological zones. So do you know that in sweet potato for business, in the central or in eastern region, or in some of the places around the western Uganda, it takes 6 months. At 3 months, you can get a base meal. But compared to our temperate area in Kavali, it takes a year. Sweet potato.
You can still get.
sweet potato. That's when it's mature for business.
Yeah.
At 6 months, you find sweet potato without any root because the environment is cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way it's as if the way you put it there without any root. So it depends. For cabaret, it can take even to 2 years when it's there. Yeah, when it's well maintained, the field. And here, because the weather there is that warm environment, it facilitates those weevils. It can extend to 1.5 years, but once it extends to 1.5 years, it goes bad because of the infestations from the weevils. But it can push on. But what, like a farmer, a wise farmer, just come up with the other logic I talked about, adding value to post-harvest handling stuff. You just harvest them, then dig a pit, put grass, then cover it up, then extend for 6 months. Yeah. It doesn't need all that water because you just leave it there cool. Yeah. Because once you put water, it may call for rotting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I see.
That's why we are encouraging those dry grasses to be.
It's better to have the dry grass.
Yeah.
Less moisture, the better.
Yeah.
I see. Well, that's insightful.
So after here, you can just put it in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Expose it just for an hour.
And it dries.
It will be dried. Then you grind it and make
into a fine powder.
A fine powder. Either you're going to do flour or porridge.
Yeah.
And then you can start off from there doing your products.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we're going to be saying. So there are different varieties that we're going to, different products that are comprised of from sweet potatoes. Yeah.
Let me ask, when you're baking, you add a little bit of home baking flour, yeah?
Yeah.
To give it a certain
texture.
Well, all right. So we have seen the raw material, then we get to enjoy the byproducts, don't we? So tell me what we have here.
So here we have different stuffs here. Here is sweet potato chapati. I think you need to try it.
I will.
Yeah.
I intend.
You need to try it.
I'm trying it.
Yeah.
Oh, and still warm. From only 3 roots, you get to enjoy over 80,000 shillings.
Yeah.
You don't even need to put salt.
Yeah.
It's very soft. So what else do we have?
So here I have sweet potato. This one is mashed sweet potato.
The way we do mashed Irish potatoes, you can actually have mashed sweet potatoes.
Mashed like we do mashed bananas. Now here, this one is mashed sweet potato. Just do the then mingle it, then get.
You boil and mingle.
Mingle. This one is mashed.
And you have food.
And you have food.
Another like a different way of enjoying it as food.
Yeah, this one says mashed sweet potato. Then here we have daddies.
Our corporate people, you're too broke to have breakfast every day, but get you some daddies, some sweet potatoes. And our schoolgoers.
Yeah.
This, you still add a little bit of, say, baking flour and powder.
We add in maize, only maize.
Really?
Yeah, maize, only maize.
And minimal oil?
And the oil, just more oil then.
I'm not a glutton, guys. I just like to eat. It's soft.
Yeah.
It's very soft. I would opt for these, guys. They're soft. They won't hurt your teeth.
So here we have crisps. Crisps.
These are nice.
Yeah.
You put a bit of salt.
Yeah.
It is nice. Turn off the cameras, it's time to eat.
So this one, even you can train your child, as I talked of. If somebody, if the government comes down, at least and says people, at least each and every family owns an acre of orange sweet potato, because these ones can be derived from just at home. You buy a 20 cheaper machine, then you get your stuff here, you train your children, or you bring them for training. Chapatis are here, you have daddies here, breakfast, each and every breakfast, and you just neglect spending.
And it's safe, it's nutritious.
Safe, nutritious, clean.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
And with our children who like to snack, it's better to snack on something that's healthy.
So here, this one's it's already packed. You cannot tamper with it. This is our juice from sweet potato.
How do we make the juice?
The juice from sweet potato. So from the other orange sweet potato, after cooking it or boiling it, you know, in sweet potato we always talk of boiling, not cooking. Boil it. Once you go as far as cooking it, so you are affecting the beta carotene content. So we boil it, so the water comes out, those nutritious stuff. So just blend it and we take.
Oh, we blend, we sieve, and then drink.
Yeah, we sieve and drink, and put some lemon, and it's good to go.
Why lemon?
Just to give it that aroma. Yeah, and even the nutrition. This one is for chapati. Yeah, this one for daddies. Yeah. We have porridge. You are still having? No, you are lacking something to take.
It's hard. Does someone have to put sugar?
Yep. But it's already sweet. It's already sweet. Just add little sugar, then it's good to go.
No, I don't need to add sugar.
Yeah.
It's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
So do you make these as well? The way you make the juice, you blend it and then you put in a pan.
Yeah, this one is flour, like this one is sweet potato flour. This one, sweet potato flour. This one you find it in the supermarket. But in value addition, this one we use it and even add value onto some of the stuffs using this flour, sweet potato flour. From there, you just mingle. You can add in some other ingredients. Some may not feel like taking sweet potato only, but you can put in soya. Then
or you can add a bit of millet. You can
millet. Somewhere you can put even groundnuts. Some people they put in groundnuts. Then they mingle. Then they do conch porridge. Now, but this one is 100% sweet potato, no additives. Yeah.
I like this one.
And it's orange.
I really do.
This is how it looks like. Sweet potato flour.
And fine.
Yeah.
The chapati is really soft. They're really soft.
One time, from my personal experience, I had exhibited a number of stuffs as far as sweet potato and other stuffs, but I bought those chapatis. They were around 200, and I sold them during the show. I was just trying to exhibit, but I sold 200 chapatis within 30 minutes. They were done. Whoever could turn up with a family, like a family members like 7, everybody could take like three. So by the evening, I was in a hideout. There were
no more chapatis.
I was in a hideout. They were looking for me. Where are the chapatis?
And they were dead.
And I could not stand. So I had to hide out. Because they were looking for me. Where are the chapatis? You need chapatis.
But these are really, really nice.
Yeah.
And not many people. You're right. Ignorance is a very bad thing. Your health is your greatest wealth. When we come here and tell you that the value added to some of these farm products are exceptional and good for you, hey, it's not just a tale, it's reality. We do have some testimonials for the sweet potatoes vitamin A. Stay tuned.
Nze omukyalo omu ku balimi ba lumonde ono wa kipaapaali, naye nze mu kuzaala kwange nina omwana wange gwe nazaala yali owookubiri. n'atwala ebbanga naye ng'omufulumya ebweru mu kasana aba talaba ng'azibirira. Kati ne tufuna ekitongole kye twatukwatagana nakyo ekya Makerere Food Science ne batulagira omwana oyo okuba nga tumuwa ku lumondo ono wa vitamini asobole, naye era kyatuyamba wayitawo wiiki zaalinga 2 oba 3 n'azibuka amaaso n'aba nga akola ki nga w'omufulumya takyaba nga azibirira. Ekitegeeza nti lumondo ono alimu ekiriisa ekiyamba ne ku maaso kya vitamini A. Omwana waali kati muntu musajja mukulu jangu sebo bakulabeko yono.
But hey, that's what Seeds of Gold is all about. That's all we had for you today, and I'm going to go back and enjoy whatever was displayed here. I count about 6 items, but there's so much more you can get from sweet potatoes, as mentioned by our experts. That's all we had for you today. Keep those comments coming in. Hashtag NTV Seeds of Gold. You want to watch us live? Well, that's very simple. Just download the Your TV app and you got us live on the go. Join us again next Saturday at 8 p.m. only on NTV Uganda. Thank you for watching. Up next, NTV Weekend Edition.